courageous and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Are the boys coming, Si?
3 more. You wanted them to ride in unnoticed, didn't you? Just the 6 of us.
Well, here comes Willie Black.
We better get inside, Maxwell. Is the back room clear?
Yeah, I fixed that.
Linders, McHale, in here. Lock the door. McHale, you keep a lookout at the windows. You'll be able to hear what's being said. All right, Maxwell. You explain the setup. You know the railroad.
The money shipment arrives in Dodge this afternoon on number 9. Brad, you and Willie will snitch it off the truck. Chances are that Dolan, the station agent, will be so busy checking the express bound for end of track that he won't even notice you.
Red and Willie will bring the money package to my room at the Dodge Hotel. Then it's up to Maxwell and me to fix the frame on Wyatt Earp.
But Tim's a special agent for the railroad. How do we know he won't be framing us?
He's got a prison record back east. It ain't likely he'll be doing any talking. That's why I cut Linders and McKeel in on this. The 3 of them are doing it for money. The rest of us want to get Wyatt Earp. I've been working on this plan ever since Earp threatened to stop my outfit from driving cattle into Dodge. Nobody talks. Understand?
Right. Of course. Yeah.
Good. This time we'll nail Earp's hide to the jail door.
Everything quiet? No, Julie Dolan's in trouble. He's in there.
Mr. Dolan. What kind of trouble is he in?
There's a $10,000 express shipment to the State National missing. Special agent for the railroad brought him in. Huh?
Marshal Earp?
I'm Tim Maxwell, special agent for the railroad. I'm afraid you'll have to hold Mr. Dolan here on suspicion of robbery.
But I never took nothing, Mr. Earp. Where's the money? He's got to prove that I took it or hid it or something, don't he?
He sure does, Mr. Dolan. Now, you just rest yourself there, and we'll get this all straightened out. Al, you want to bring some water?
Now, somebody must have sneaked that money package while my back was turned. And that's the good Lord's truth, Mr. Earp.
Did you know there was a money package on the truck?
He had to know, Marshal. Here's the telegram of manifest for the currency shipment.
Oh, I get telegrams, bills of lading, and freight manifest, a stack of them every day.
Did you see this one?
I guess I did, but it must have slipped my mind.
All right, Mr. Dolan. There are a lot of men in town that would stand bail for Mr. Dolan. Any objection?
He's entitled to bail.
Al, you take Mr. Dolan out to the shady bench in the backyard. I'll get word to Mr. Jensen over at the bank and Judge Tobin.
Thank you, Mr. Earp. You'll see that I get justice, I know that. Thank you, Mr. Maxwell, for being so quiet and decent about the arrest. You only done your duty.
That's right, Mr. Dolan.
Yes.
Now, you just take it easy.
A perfect job, men. Wells Fargo has the serial numbers.
When do we get paid?
You get paid, but not out of this. 200 apiece now, and 300 when Earp's been convicted. Don't hang around Dodge.
Just when do we plant the money on Earp?
We'll have to wait a couple of days. Let the papers report the robbery. Get people talking about Dolan. Build it up big.
Si, I still don't trust Maxwell. An ex-con and all.
He knows how to dummy up. It's you and Willie who might go blabbermouthed on us. My advice. Don't.
Hold it, Red.
Hi, Doc. I thought your missus was sick in KC.
Yeah, how is she?
She's better. Those 2 Texas guns have just rode out. I should remember the names.
I never saw him. You, Willie?
No.
Glad to hear about Miss Kate. Doc, we've got to hurry.
Yeah.
Well. Howdy, Doc.
You know, they'll never catch this fella in 1,000 years. What are you up to?
I gotta get a bail bond form over to Mr. Jensen before the bank closes.
Save your strength.
What?
I'll put up the bond for Dolan. How much?
$500. You a friend of Mr. Dolan's?
Anyone who steals money from the railroad is a friend of mine, Wyatt. I always thought of Dooley Dolan as a shiftless, careless failure. But if he got away with $10,000, I now regard him with fond admiration.
Well, I don't think Mr. Dolan took it.
Well, if he's not guilty, I've lost interest. Now let it ride. Why, did you ever hear of Red Smith or Willie Black?
Why?
Well, Red and Willie just left town. Before they left rather hastily and guiltily, a couple of Texas gunslingers whom I should remember rode their horses down Front Street.
Oh?
Now, any one of the 4 is a cinch bet to be a thief. Now, also recall that Red and Willie don't particularly like you. Now I've got it. Didn't you banish the lazy W outfit from Dodge?
No, I just threatened to. But I don't recall any Smith or Black connected with the Lazy W.
I guess I haven't had enough whiskey to clear my head. I'm groping for something in the gloomy, dismal chaos of a sober mind. Doc.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. 20 seconds to reach the brain. Meanwhile, what is he?
Those 2 fellows you were asking about, Smith and Black, they've been hanging around the Forks Roadhouse. Chuck Beeson says they work for the Lazy W.
Well, thank you, Deputy. There's your lead, Deacon. You put Red and Willie in jail, give them pistol whippings at 6-hour intervals, and I'll guarantee they talk.
The whiskey's reached your brain.
Wyatt, I'm trying to help you.
Thanks. But I can't arrest men just because they don't like me, and I can't beat confessions out of prisoners.
You allow moral scruples to interfere with your duties as a peace officer. Good day, sir.
Maybe he's taking my advice, huh? I told him to put the plant on Earp. You heard me. I said, you wait and something will go wrong.
Let's ride back to Dodge.
Back to Dodge.
You crazy or something?
No? I just made a citizen's arrest. 2 material witnesses.
Witnesses for what?
Framing a peace officer.
Who'd they frame?
You.
Give me a hand. You men now deny that you told Doc Holliday that an attempt would be made to frame me, huh?
I never said nothing.
Neither did I.
You wish you hadn't said that, Willie.
What about our rights, Marshal? It's his word against ours.
I believe the doctor.
Then lock him up.
I don't admit nothing. He shot me when I was unarmed.
Wyatt, I have other matters to attend to. Either lock them up or give them back their guns and turn them loose. Next time, I won't just wing you.
Don't say nothing, Red. We'll stay in jail. He'll kill both of us.
Yeah, I think you would. I'll lock him up for 24 hours. Now, what's your next move?
You won't approve of it.
Look, I'm involved in this now. What other information did they give you?
The names of 2 men. I'm going to make those men talk or I'm going to kill them. You want to join the party?
I can't operate that way, Doc.
I thought not. I'll see you later.
Who was it?
Maxwell. Doc Holliday took Willie and Red. Earp has him in jail.
What's Holliday doing in this?
They tell me he and Earp are pals.
I figured Doc to be in Kansas City. Think the boys will talk?
We better not risk it.
Spring the plant tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
I'll get you the money. Pour yourself a drink.
Thanks.
Keep your hands on the table. Flat. All right, on your feet. Into the next room.
How did Doc Holliday get into this?
We thought you were in KC.
I'm not interested in your childish speculation. Move. Who's behind the frame-up? All right. It's a principle of mine never to shoot an unarmed man. Talk or fight? I'm waiting.
Holster your gun. I need an even break.
Now you tell me who's framing Wyatt, or you make your fight.
Don't shoot me again. Sergeant Johnson. Hardest.
I got 2 witnesses that admit the frame is on, Mr. Maxwell. But they won't name anyone else. They keep repeating that they don't know how or where the money's going to be planted on me.
Nobody'd believe you had anything to do with the robbery?
Oh, no? A lot of people in this town that'll believe anything against me. I can't count on Smith or Black. Now, they'd change their stories if the plant is made on me.
You're getting me suspicious.
I haven't heard from Doc Holliday. He turned in those 2 hoodlums.
That's unusual, isn't it?
He played a hunch. But I can't trust Doc to keep his temper. If I knew where he was or what he was up to.
Forget it, Marshal. I still say that Dolan is our man.
Wyatt, Red Smith says he's ready to talk some more.
Good. I'd appreciate it if he wouldn't bother Dolan's anymore.
If you ask it. Oh, get anything, I'll be at the depot.
Thanks.
Drive on.
Is this one of your practical jokes, Doc?
My grisly sense of humor.
I don't relish having a gun in my ribs.
You better drive while you're still able.
Well, we got 2 more names, boss. Linders and McKeel.
Yeah, it may help. You, get Louie and ring out the town, huh?
Marshal, your friend Doc Holliday has really stepped overboard, I'm afraid.
Oh.
He just kidnapped some fellow at the point of a gun.
Where?
At Dodge House. They headed south out of town in a spring wagon.
Smith named 2 other men. We better search the town for them. Give them a hand, will you, Mr. Maxwell?
Why, sure.
Well, they worked it. Planted it on my horse.
What a dirty scum.
You know the serial numbers?
I've memorized them. This is the stuff.
Now, you hang on to it. I'm going after Doc.
Marshal, I wouldn't leave now.
What?
You don't think that Wyatt know anything?
Oh, of course not. But I am a special agent for the railroad. I have to go through the motions of making an investigation.
Oh, that's stupid.
You go after Doc, Wyatt.
I'll take care of Mr. Maxwell.
No, he's right. You, tell Mayor Kelly and Judge Tobin. We'll have this out in an open meeting. Then I'll go after Dr. Holliday. That satisfy you?
I'm satisfied already, Marshal. But I can't falsify a report to the railroad. And I sure don't want to tell them that part of the stolen money was found in your saddlebag.
No, it's fine of you. Go on, Hal.
Oh.
You want to pick your own tree?
Tree?
Doesn't have to be a large tree. I want you tied up. You might as well be comfortable.
You must be crazy. I told you I didn't know any of the hoodlums you named. I certainly wouldn't want to frame Marshal Earp, but I never even met the man.
Lie out! Get down.
Why don't you just shoot me in the back and get it over with?
It'd be too easy. Besides, I want to hear the truth come gasping out of you.
Johnson?
This is a hypodermic syringe. In my dental practice, I used it for surgery. But now it contains my own special formula. McKeough tells me that you're the boss behind the frame-up of Wyatt Earp. What about that? You know, the Apaches have a trick noose. Lets them hang a man all day. Now hold still. This has to go slow. Slow and easy. A little bit at a time. Any more? Are you the boss man?
No.
All right, we'll try some more of this. Right now, you should be feeling a slight chill. There. Yeah, that's the borderline. If I give you any more, you'll lose consciousness.
No, Doc, please.
Oh, don't worry, Johnson. I can revive you if you have a strong heart. Any history of heart trouble? Of course, if I did revive you, it'd hardly be worth the effort. You'd be a babbling idiot for the rest of your life. Well, here goes.
No. No. I can't take. I'll talk.
And I don't believe for a moment that Marshal Earp had any knowledge of the robbery or of the money found in his saddlebag.
Certainly not. It's a dirty frame-up.
Then you do understand my position. I can't report to the railroad that some anonymous thief has returned $3,500 of the express shipment.
Well, what have you got to say about all this, Wyatt?
Al's talking to Smith and Black. I suggest they be given a chance to repeat their verbal confessions.
All right, bring him in. This is tomfool nonsense. Any one of 50 people could have planted the loot on Wyatt. Why, you could have done it yourself. Now, Jim. Well, we'll see what these hoodlums have to say. Well, maybe they know Maxwell.
Whoa now, Mayor Kelly. It's your own marshal who's under suspicion here.
Al, you take him on out there. I'll be out in a few minutes.
Right. Smith, Black.
Yeah.
Didn't you tell Marshal Earp in the presence of his chief deputy that an attempt would be made to frame him?
No, I didn't.
Me neither. They're lying. You're lying. Do you know this man?
Never laid eyes on him.
The same for me.
All right. I've tried to be fair and decent. And all I got for it is to be accused of crooked work by Mayor Kelly. I'm going to write an honest report to the railroad. And what you do about Marshal Earp is none of my business.
Lift him, Maxwell.
Get out of my way.
Now, you lift your hands or you go for your gun. Cy Johnson's boss of the outfit, Wyatt. He's outside in a wagon. I let him rest.
I'm grateful, Doc, but it just wasn't necessary. Mary Kelly and Judge Tobin would have stayed loyal no matter what that phony special agent did.
Perhaps. You have your methods, I have mine. I'll ask you to do me one little favor.
Hmm? Name it first.
Red Smith and Willie Black. Turn them loose.
So you can shoot him down in cold blood? Uh-uh.
Well, he'll keep. You know, Wyatt, I'd have made a very crooked but efficient peace officer. And what a noble, honest gambler you'd have been.
Well, maybe the good Lord has other plans, huh?
Amen, Deacon. Amen.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever we'll live on the trail. Oh,